Hi, welcome back everybody. My name's Andrew and today it's going to be another shop day. We've done quite a few videos in here lately and needless to say my OCD is starting to kick in. I'm starting to get a little bit of anxiety because of all this junk behind me. My bench is loading up with junk. I'm running out of room on my pegboard. This stuff's driving me crazy. And while I can't get everything organized today because we have to wait on the house to get built to move a lot of this stuff out of here to really allow me to organize the shop, we're going to start on some of this stuff today. So I've got some new pegboard, some new storage stuff that y'all have never seen. I've got tons of nuts and bolts and things I want to get organized. So this may be a boring episode to some. Some people may want to see how I'm going to do some more organization. But the ultimate goal today, clean this workbench up, get everything organized to where I can feel a little better. And I'm probably going to get some of this organized a little better as well. So I actually have a workbench again. So let's get started. I'll show you a few of the things I got. All right, so what I have here is called a wall control system. So it's just metal pegboard, but it has specialized slots in it to accept aftermarket accessories that go in, plus your standard peg holes. That's what I've used here. It's been very sturdy. It's held up very well to the elements, no rust, no nothing. It's got a nice galvanized coating on it. I really enjoy it, so I've decided I'm gonna put a few more up here. I'm noticing I'm starting to stack tools on here. I'm starting to put way too many tools on each peg. I'm just running out of room. So, I also got a tray system. I got a couple of these. I'm always having assortments of nuts, bolts, lag bolts, screws, etc. And I'm gonna try to figure out my layout here, but I wanna make sure I have nice bins that I can carry over to whatever I'm working on, full of the nuts and bolts for the size that I need, as well as, again, more storage, more room for all these tools back here and what's on the counter. So now I gotta figure out my layout. All right, I ordered this because I had really good reviews on Amazon and it was quite affordable. However, I didn't realize it was such flimsy plastic. I am a bit concerned about how well it's going to hold up. We'll see, but I was planning on putting a lot of heavy nuts and bolts in this. Time will tell. I think I'm going to mount it so at least the blue heavy bins will have support on the counter. I tell you what, I was too quick to judge. Now that it is screwed to the wall, it's got a pile of screw holes. It feels supported very well. And I was happy when I pulled the instructions out. It gives weight capacity. Each of the blue bins is rated for 3.5 pounds. That's a lot of weight. The little red ones are rated for 2 pounds each. That's a ton of weight this board is actually designed to handle. So that makes me feel pretty good. What I'm going to do is probably start taking a lot of these 1 pound boxes of screws. I got a pile of them and a mess over there. And start putting them in different bins like that, bolts, screws, everything. So thinking about 3.5 pounds per these. Again, that's a lot of weight. I don't think I'd want to put more than 1 or 2 boxes in one of these. So I think it's rated to handle plenty. And I can't really judge too much. These were only $20. $20, that's crazy cheap. Now here's where the real fun begins. Picking out all the hooks and spots where you need everything to go. It's going to take a while. It's been a long afternoon, a lot longer than I realized, but it's pretty much done, at least the workbench. I still have hours and days worth of cleaning up in the rest of this shop. Like I said, some of it's not even going to get started on until the house is built, because there's a lot of house stuff in here too, especially on the upper level. So once we start moving all that out and actually have an attic here coming up soon, I can really get to rearranging this. But loving these bins now that I have them. I'm almost thinking about getting a third one to go up here so I can add even more screws and stuff. I'll show y'all what all I've got organized here. 3 more panels up here. I could organize everything a little better and fit more stuff, but at the moment I've got everything to fit. So if I wind up getting any more tools, I can, rearrange a few things. I've still got a lot more peg hooks and I can make it look good. But check that out. I have got more working room now than I have ever had. Huge tabletop over here, a lot of room. I need to add me one more light over here because definitely not a whole lot of room. Corner still maybe a little junky. I got a few things back there, like some extra bins for this stuff right here I've got to organize. But now I've got everything, the way it should be. Sockets and wrenches here, hand tools right here. The back corner that's kind of hard to reach, I stuck stuff like, old saws and crowbar and snap ring pliers, things like that I don't use very often. All right, this is the section that I was really excited about, and the main reason I wanted to get some new wall control panels up. Now I've got me a little section for all these little boxes I've been buying, and, Harbor Freight and other places. You got springs and hose clamps. What I got, snap rings, all kinds of stuff up there. So it's nice to have those little things that whenever you need them, there they are. But what I really wanted to get organized, now I've got all my grinding wheels, cut-off wheels, everything right where it needs to be. Sawzall blades, I can put plenty more up there. My welding stuff, magnets, little marking tools, tips, So real happy that I got kind of my cutoff and welding stuff right there where it needs to be. And like I said, I can always reorganize that and add more. This is extremely nice. Now instead of having bags and bags and bags of nuts and bolts up here, I've got everything labeled, as you can see, and organized by length, size bolt, nuts, everything. And the reason I might want to get some more bins is I'm always using screws, so it's nice to have screws organized as well. Then I've still got some miscellaneous stuff over here I can go through, or I may just leave those. Still trying to decide what I'm gonna do here. Eventually I'm gonna build a welding table, so I don't know if I'm gonna put a drill press on the welding table. This drill press right here is kind of junky and does not work well. That's why you always see me use my hand drill. Now down here, ooh, it's a whole nother story. This is all just whenever we packed up and moved over, threw it in boxes, threw it there. I've got to spend a day or two organizing all this. That's why I bought a whole bunch of clear totes, and I can kind of label and get everything organized down there by what should be in it. So this is going to be a whole nother work in progress down here. All right, well, I know this was kind of a different video, but appreciate y'all hanging out in the shop with me today. Hopefully you enjoyed this. The last time I put up all this stuff, had a lot of feedback from it, but it is always such a nice feeling to get clutter cleaned up. Now I feel like I have nice clean workbenches to come in here. The last few videos I made working on the chainsaws in here, I just felt, like I said, anxiety. The more I'd edit and look at all the junk on the tabletops, didn't really have good work surface. Oh, it was driving me nuts. So now we got a nice clean workspace, clear head, and I can move on to something else. So appreciate y'all so much for watching. We'll get back to doing some firewood videos and a few other things here coming up. Catch you on the next video.